Today we're going to be changing tires on my mountain bike. Got 4,000 miles on it. Due for some new rubber. I put a little bungee here, hold the derailleur back. Makes it a little easier to get the chain off. Not in your way when you're trying to get it off as much. And when we get done with this one, we'll make a video of changing a tire out on my son's hand cycle. Went for a ride the other day and had a front tire blowout on him. So I'm still waiting on that tire. Got the tube today, but waiting on the tire yet. So for now, we'll get started on this one. I'm going to be installing these inserts that are supposed to keep you from getting flat tires. Never put those in before. We'll see how aggravating that is. I just got some cheap tires off Amazon. See how long they'll last. If I get a year out of them, I'd be happy. Well, we'll get started. They're out of this one. I haven't done a bicycle tire in a long time. Used to doing motorcycle tires, which are a lot tougher. I didn't really want that to come off. The chances I put that back that close. Alright, see if we can get this tube out of here. You're reusing the tube. There's nothing wrong with this one. The front one had a leak in it. I put some slime in it. It's held up for a year, but I'll be replacing that inner tube. Put a little air back in this tube. Now, I'm gonna see how hard it is to get this inside this and that. And put a little baby powder in here. Hopefully make everything slip around a little bit easier. I just got these things off Amazon. Reviews were pretty good on them, other than some people said they were pretty difficult to get the tire back on the rim. We're fixing to find out. I could see where this might be a little bit tough to get in there, get back on the rim. these are directional or not. See if we find an arrow anywhere. I don't see any arrows, but I'm going to make it so these are cut at a little bit of an angle. I'm going to have those going forward, I think. Oh, there's a rotation. And I was right. Have those go forward. So, that'll go that way. So, the cassette up. Rotation's going that way. Cap back on, see if it helps hold it. One side in. Okay, where'd the valve stem go? Right here. We're going to start opposite side of the valve stem. Right now I'm just trying to get the run flat thing down the side of there. And then we'll start on the bead. Alright, well, apparently the guy that said these were hard to get back on has never put on a motorcycle tire, because that was not bad at all. And I think I'm gonna check and see if they make that run flat in the size that my son would need on his bicycle, because that way he could make it back home on a flat tire. As it was, I had to go pick him up. Luckily we got the handicap van and was able to load him up with the wheelchair ramp, put him right in there without him having to get off his bike. So worked out good. But if he could hobble back home with a flat tire with one of these run flats in there and not tear the rim up, that'd be great. So he stopped right away, so there was no damage done to the wheel, the rim. So I'm going to put some air in this and then let it back out. See if I can get everything to move around where it's supposed to be in there with that baby powder. Should help. There we go. 30 to 50 psi, so we only got 20 in her now. We'll take it up, get everything seated around in there. That's 43. That's 49. We'll let the air back out. We'll put the air back into her. I run about 34. $35.3. 34.2. We'll leave it there. While we got it apart, I'll check and see, make sure these bearings still got plenty of grease on them. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little grease in there. It's got 2,000 miles on it. I put grease in there last winter. I had like a little over 2,000 miles on it. So we'll go ahead and put a little more in there. I got this adapter that goes on my grease gun. Little needle on it. Fits down in there pretty nicely. So you don't need much in there. Just enough to fill it back up. And I just push the seals back down in. Usually find a socket that fits over that pretty well to push it back in. Alright, seals all pushed back in real nice. Almost looks like there was supposed to be an O-ring on here. Keep the dust out. But not anymore. Now we'll look at the other side. Yeah, I was afraid of that. If I remember correctly, I had to take the cassette off to get at that other one. Can't remember because I replaced the cassette at the same time. Alright, so it's marked lock on here with an arrow going that way, so I'm assuming that it's a regular thread. So I'm going to put on one of these gloves, see if that impact will take that off. Look at that. They sell a tool that goes around this to hold this while you loosen this up. But the impact seemed to work just fine. You do, however, have to buy one of these sockets that fit this locking ring. You can get them off Amazon. There we go. So you do have to pull that ring out of there because that part is not going to come up through there. It goes on the back side. So you got to take that apart to get to the bearing. That bearing's down there a little bit deeper. we'll give her a few shots of grease here. Don't take much, they're little bearings. And we'll just push this one back down with the socket. And it'll force that grease down inside as well. Alright, so we got our wheel bearings greased up. Good for another couple thousand miles. Go ahead and put that back in. And these only go one way. There's a bigger notch right there. The same way with this one, it's got the bigger notch somewhere on here. There it is. Put our lock ring back on. Put our big glove back on. Tear our skin off. I'm going to turn this down a little bit lower. I think we're good there. All right, got our chain up out of the way, I hope. Ready to go back on. Got to put some brake pads on this as well. They last about 2,000 miles. Curious to see how true this tire rolls around. All right, well, let's see how true it spins. Not very. That ain't too bad, I guess. If you look right here, it may be an 1/8 inch. Let's see how it wears in though when riding. Let's see if I can get a better shot of that for you. Just wants to focus in on the other thing though. Let's see. There, that's better. really not that bad. I think you ride a little bit, that'll run right in. All we gotta do is put the chain back on there. Well, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Some people in the reviews said these were really hard to get the tire back on with these inside of them. Says you trim them to fit. I did not trim anything. I stuck them in the tire and put them on. So I had no problem. This is my old tire. I had 4,000 miles on it. It was a Maxxis tire. I got these off of Amazon. I think they were like 34 bucks or something for the pair of them. That's what they are. So we got the wheel bearing pre-packed. I showed you how to do that. Take the cassette off to get to that inner bearing. Pop the seals off, put a little grease in there. Put your seals back on. I did it at 2,000 miles and now it's got 4,000 miles on it. The bearings are holding up well. There's no play in them anywhere. So I'm gonna get busy on the front. You don't need to see that. You've seen everything else. And finish up some maintenance on it. I'm gonna put new brake pads on it. Give it a complete wipe down. Check my air pressures and my shocks and forks. And that'll pretty much get me ready for the riding season. Thinking about getting a dropper post to put on it. If I do, I'll throw a video up of that. Hope that helps anybody that's thinking about putting those in. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.